Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. This is Case 15, The Crosses. Cue bell. Ding. All right. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Chaosium's Call of Cthulhu, a role-playing game filled with cosmic horror, existential dread, and a grocery store whose shelves have long been empty, but somehow you manage to find the last box of Junior Mints. Then get behind someone in the express lane who has twice the number of acceptable items and wants to pay by check. Son of a bitch.
Damn it, Herb.
Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Ben.
I'm hooked on a feeling.
Hooked on a feeling. Oh. Matt as Kyle.
Oh, I'm like hooked on phonics, you know.
And Lupine as Rosa.
I'm like literally hooked on the hole in the roof. I mean, we need to fix that hole, you guys. We need a rock that's big enough.
You found that rock pump yet, Ben?
I'll invent it.
He's hooked on a rock pump.
Hooked on a rock pump.
Well, welcome, players. How's everybody doing since last time? How are you feeling?
Much better
With
than
my
last
hands.
time. With your hams?
You got hams? Gross. You feeling some hams? Was that a Jones soda you were drinking there?
Yeah.
What
Smacking my hams.
What flavor?
It's their root beer.
Just straight up root beer. All the cool flavors Jones soda has, you're like, I'll have root beer. Fuck
hey,
Barks.
I like root beer. No,
You just have cane sugar soda.
I like Jones soda. I like root beer, but I would never buy Jones soda root beer.
Yeah.
Because it's such a standard flavor that
OG was an alien.
Those exist.
I mean, if you want something more exotic, I got this also sitting next to me.
I like the blue stuff. I like the weird colors. I like the
What? Windex?
Yeah.
Windex is good.
Here's everything I hear.
Bubblegum flavored. I like bubblegum. That's some good stuff, man. Well, while I wait out this interminable Michigan winter,
Ugh.
a terrible pet owner who lives nearby has tested my patience with barking dogs. And it got me thinking, what's the worst bad neighbor experience you've had, and how did you deal with it?
I don't know if I can answer that question, now. In the location that I'm living in, son. I'm telling you.
I mean, it's not the people across the street with the giant-ass Trump flag?
Yeah. No, it's the one that says our governor's a moron. I think is the one that I have issues with.
Well, I mean,
governor. I'm just saying, it's a person.
But in your lifetimes, maybe you've had brushes with a neighbor who you've had to actually.
I don't have any hair.
You've had to actually confront. About something or another, like you didn't park here.
Well, I have a barking dog story.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Well, actually, no, she wasn't barking because I lived in a place and I had a dog and she doesn't bark. Like she did not bark.
Mm-hmm.
And these girls that lived downstairs called the landlord, who called my father was on lease, co-signer,
Mm-hmm.
and he calls my father. He's like, your daughter's dog is barking. It's 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, by the way. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
That's not, yeah. So, that was probably my worst neighbor.
Mm-hmm.
Because they, like, called my landlord on me, and I was like, landlord.
That sucks. Yeah. Did you do anything about it? Like, send them a nasty letter or confront them in the hallway and be like, what the fuck, dude?
I was advised against it because my family is very non-confrontational, but I was about to leave a pile of dog shit on the front door.
And a flaming bag, hopefully.
Nice. How about you, Matt? Bad neighbors.
I One particular comes to mind. I mean, it was when I was a lot younger, so I didn't do the confrontationing. My parents did. But when I was, oh God, this was back when I was maybe 8 or 9. Before I lived in the house that I'm in at the moment. Our previous house was built in a relatively new subdivision, and we ended up getting a really nice corner lot, like right near the entrance. So we had that really big, like just curb open front yard. And so we got it. We had a dog at the time, and so we had invisible fencing put in. And we had our dog. We worked with him. We trained him, and after a while, we noticed that, every now and then somebody would stop and say hi to the dog because he's outside, and he was trained well enough that he wouldn't leave. And then we noticed there were a couple of girls that would stop by like every single day. And every single time they would stand right outside that fence line and sit there and continuously call the dog to them and try and get him to come to them and try and get him to come over. And like just nonstop. And they would show up multiple times a day. And at some point we realized that they weren't just trying to say hello to them. We heard from other people around the neighborhood that they were actively saying that, we're going to take this dog and bring him back to our house. And they're we got confrontation from other people in the neighborhood that these girls were literally trying to steal my dog.
They were casing the dog.
Jeremy would like their numbers.
Yeah. Get in there and steal this other person's dog. How about you, B? Maybe not a dog story. But
no, I don't. I mean, never really had bad neighbors, honestly. The closest I could come to was my neighbor next door here came over and put a letter in my mailbox. Whew, sorry. And I immediately went out and opened the mailbox and read it. She said, if there's any way you could cut that branch down that's hanging over onto my yard, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I was so pissed that I went out and did it. And then I cut it up for firewood for her. So I just don't have confrontation with people.
Sure.
So.
I mean, there was the time the Catholic Church across the street got you in trouble because
but I didn't have any confrontation with
them.
Yeah, landscape material in my driveway, and they called the police on me. The city.
I'd say that counts.
It's unsightly.
Well, so is your religion. So.
There was a neighbor down the street that used to put dog food out on the sidewalk, but there was rat poison in it.
Oh God!
I never, I never let my dog eat out of it.
Yeah,
because I knew, but I was like, I would like to hurt you, sir.
Well, in order to calm my nerves lately, I've begun songwriting. How much is that doggy in the backyard? Woof, woof. The one with the incessant bark. Woof, woof. Do you have the number for animal control? 'Cause I'd like to give them a call. What do you think?
912.
All right,
I'm sorry, Mike, but I'm going to tell you, don't quit your day job.
All right. Well, listeners, if you would like to drop us a letter from beyond, please send email. Why not? It's the latest craze. All the kids are doing it. Podcasts at lovecrafttapes.com. Anytime. Send me some email. We accept thoughtful criticism. Brian loves thirsty praise. And even candid photos of your bare feet for absolutely no reason whatsoever.
Right, Matt? Honk.
Honk, honk.
Fine, give me a second.
Remember, don't email after midnight because we don't want to be up too late.
Ankles, ankles, ankles. This show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft Tapes. So thank you to all those folks. We will be reading some names on the next episode. So
on the next episode.
I know it just came through today, and we'll get those names collected and collated. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break.
Break me off.
Please, guys, roll D100. I rolled a 99, so I think I'm going to be selling today. All right. Oh, Luke,
was so
right,
close.
I'm selling to Matt. Matt. So
cool.
Let's hit the ground running on
We're
this
hoping
bad
Matt would
boy.
sell to you. We had an idea.
Well, how you doing there, son? What brings you in?
Who are you calling son?
Every voice.
Well, I mean, you're short and you're young looking. Just assume that you're my son. You look like my son, Johnny.
I don't know what your son looks like, but he has to be pretty hideous for you to confuse him with me.
That's exactly what Johnny said. But anyways, welcome to the Back 40, man. What can we do for you?
Well, I was hoping that you could get me a pack of Marlboro menthol lights and maybe a Bloody Mary, hold the Bloody Mary mix.
Oh, I'm sorry. You must have taken a wrong turn down the street here. This is the Back 40. It's 4D. We sell 4D printers. They're the latest thing on the market.
Can I print me some cigarettes and alcohol?
Well, yeah, come on over here, Johnny. I mean, whatever your name is. And we'll just pop it in here now. But how do you spell cigarettes?
C.
Uh-huh. Yep, got that. Wait, hold on now.
C. I.
Okay, got it. Yep, here we go. It's
Sig.
context sensitive, so it just popped up. All I had to do was say CI, and it just came in. It's fine. Yeah, okay, so just watch this thing. It's going to go by here, and just stand right over there to that little box, and it should come out the other end. Okay, you ready? I'm going to hit enter now.
I've been ready.
And click.
I love you.
Ding. Well, how's that look there?
Oh, they certainly look like my cigarettes.
Well, here, let's slide up. I'll just open up this pack here, and there's one for you, and there's one for me.
Oh, I thank you.
There you go. Here's a lighter. Oh, cheat! Oh God. Yeah, that's what is that? Blackberry and mint? That's not right. That's a little dog turd in there. I don't know.
It's maybe some fresh cut grass.
Yeah,
A little bit of ranch dressing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Something went wrong here. Let me just try to recalibrate this thing.
You mind if I finish this one?
Yeah, you go right ahead there, so Johnny. I mean, whatever your name is. And let's see. We'll try another thing, okay? You said drink. Bloody Mary, was it? Okay, Bloody Mary. Here we go. Type that in there. I think I remember it's BLUD, right? Bloody Mary. Yeah, I got that right. All right, we're just going to do that. And here it comes, all right? Ding. All right, there you go. It should be all set for you there. Should be 2 Bloody Marys. Here's one for you and one for me.
Oh, I thank you.
All right, take a look. Take a big swig of that. Big swig. Not that big, Johnny. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that might have been turpentine. Well, no, I told you I couldn't spell.
It's not any worse than the bathtub gin me and my late husband used to make back in the 60s.
Oh, that's fair enough.
We also used turpentine in there, so it's almost a little reminiscent.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you giving me the pass on this. Please, it's just one more thing.
We might have accidentally killed the neighbor's dog with it once, but I'm not totally sure.
There's nothing wrong with that. Killing dogs is American way. You know what I'm saying? All right. But just one more chance, Johnny, and I swear I can get you one of these great 4D printers, the newest thing on the market. I swear to God, please let it work this time. So what's the final thing I can print out for you there, Johnny? I mean, whatever your name is.
You know, I'd really like. You know what I'd really like right about now?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Oh,
Cat sand.
Well. You know, I've really been running low on my medicine lately, especially since the corner pharmacy that I went to is now in jail.
The whole pharmacy's in jail? Holy shit! I didn't know they had jails that big.
We called him the corner pharmacy. Really, it was just one guy. Code names and whatnot.
Oh shit! I think that was Johnny. Come to think about it.
I do kind of need some of my medicine, if you know what I'm saying.
All right, what kind of medicine was it, by any chance? What was the medical name of this medicine?
Oh, the medical. I don't know about the medical name, but
just make it up, son. That's why I'm asking.
But the corner pharmacy called it Johnny's Hot Spitballs. I
All
think
right.
it had something to do with mixing sriracha, I think he said it was, with maybe a little bit of heroin and cocaine.
Oh man.
And then potentially, I think there was maybe some strawberry lemonade Kool-Aid in there as well.
I'm sorry, you
It
lost
was
me at
his own
sriracha.
recipe.
How do you spell sriracha, for fuck's sake?
CHI.
Yeah, that sounds right. All right, and here we go. Oh shit! No. Oh, hang on. Why is the receptacle on the other end all vibrating? Would you mind checking that? I'm just gonna step back a couple steps here.
Oh, no problem, dear. Let me just open this up for you real quick.
Oh shit! That's one of the. That's not a sriracha. That's a chihuahua. I'm sorry, man. That's this thing's all messed up. I think I done put the stuff in there the wrong way. The other end up. I don't know.
Ah, well, that's how I met my husband, so I understand it completely. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I appreciate you giving the pass, Johnny. So, how many of these you take? I mean, whatever your name is.
I mean, I'll take this one here. I might be able to go down the street to the local drug mart. Maybe trade him for some stuff.
All right. Yeah. Well, okay. This 4D printer is yours to keep, and it comes with a free chihuahua. So you have a nice day, Johnny, or whatever the fuck your name is.
Come on, little doggy. We're gonna trade you for Grandmammy's medicine.
And we're back. Many folks claim that product and or service cured them of all ills, but I'm pretty sure it caused some. What disease did you get from it, Brian?
You're mute.
Dog throat.
Lupine?
I got some cat scratch fever. On here.
Matthew?
I don't know what it is, but this old dude with a cane keeps telling me it's not lupus.
Well, I'm still itchy from a nasty bout of Freddy got fingereditis. Hoping
My
that clears up.
condolences.
All right. Now, dear investigators, we play Case 15, Tape 4. Beware a Destroying Angel. Previously on the Lovecraft Tapes. The first day of summer vacation begins and ends with a bang as our investigators experience their first brush with inexplicable phenomena in Las Cruces. Ben is whisked away by his mother, who, upon returning from Lompoc, has stern words for him before driving him straight home. Our remaining duo follow Gertie to her house, where they discover the promised creature is nothing more than a fawn with a birth defect or some withering disease. Rosa returns to the farm to find one of the goats missing, while Kyle's dinner with his aunt and uncle leave him with uneasy feelings. Will our teenagers fare better come Sunday morn? Or do the mysterious nighttime noises foretell of even darker times to come? Ben.
Over.
The last thing you want to be doing right now on this warm Sunday... The last thing you want to be doing right now on this warm Sunday summer morning is sitting next to your mother in a church pew, surrounded by the other residents of Las Cruces. For one thing, the chapel isn't air-conditioned, and it was already sweltering in here. Row upon row of well-dressed ladies fanned themselves while little kids squirmed on the hard wooden benches and pretended to listen to the sermon. For another thing, you were pretty embarrassed your mom yanked you away from your friends on the first day of vacation. Oh, sure, maybe you'd driven to Lompoc by yourself last weekend while she was shopping in Santa Barbara with a friend, but it was the final appearance of Bill Bixby as the magician doing close-up magic at a local bookstore. Well, despite parking 2 blocks away, someone must have seen the car and spilled the beans to your mom. Now, you were grounded from using the car at all for a full month. This was shaping up to be the worst summer of your life. Rosa. From the front pew, while Pastor Nancy's head was bent toward the scripture on her podium, you risk a look over your shoulder. Ben was sitting with his mother a few rows back. You could tell from the black look on his face as he stared up at the stained glass window that he was brooding about something. Did it have something to do with that joyride to Lompoc last weekend? Your gut said yes. Hopefully, he wasn't in too much hot water because you were itching to tell him about the fawn and the missing baby goat. Also, had he heard that strange noise in the middle of the night? You crane your neck around trying to see if Kyle were here too, but an elbow in your ribs causes you to slowly turn your attention back up front. You can feel your father's disapproval seething off him as the pastor finishes a Bible verse from memory, her eyes fully upon you now. Kyle. You sit upright in the back row next to Aunt Emily. Your dad always said public appearances are what's truly important if you want to be a leader in the community. Sit up straight, eyes forward, nod and smile. Be pleasant, be firm, be confident. And whatever you do not be yourself. Nobody wants to know the real you. They want to interact with the ideal version of you. So, you put up the facade, pretend you're actually listening to Pastor Nancy's recitation. Inside, though, you're thinking about Uncle John. He isn't here, of course. Hadn't, in fact, attended church for over 2 years now. He often joked that he'd lost the Holy Ghost back in Nam, and maybe one day it would crawl back through the muck and mire, come home to roost. Only, the joke was never delivered with any hint of mirth or laughter. If you had your way, you wouldn't attend church either. But it was nice to spend time with Aunt Emily. You got the feeling she needed you right now, more than ever. Lord and Begorra, Pastor Nancy intoned upon the pulpit, closing the weathered tome before her. Two sides of the same coin. Means the same thing, really. My gran loved that phrase. Used to say it all the time. I think it was her way of accepting the eternal truth of our existence here on God's green earth. That we have it within us at all times to be the dark and the light. She believed not in good or evil per se, only a singular divinity split in twain, Lord and Begorra. For the Almighty can be cruel when He rains down its wrath from the heavens, and He can be forgiving of our sins, gentle with His embrace, lifting us upon high, calling our virtue from within, and transforming our bodies and souls with His holy presence. Lord and Begorra. Amen.
Amen.
And then the sermon is over. People begin to rise in their pews. And soon, people begin to file out of the church. The pastor is standing on the top of the stairs, saying hello or goodbye to people as they leave. Some of them are stopping, and actually, your parents and Aunt Emily all stop and talk with Pastor Nancy as the three of you assemble at the bottom of the steps.
Yeah. It's where we put the tacks on the bottom step. They have to touch it.
And don't forget the ball bearings.
Yeah, that's the second step.
Ball
so that when they
bearings are
fall, their
so
butt goes
great.
on the tacks.
Maybe some D4.
Oh, well, there's Satan.
Caltrops.
Oh, there's Satan.
Hey, with some Legos down there too.
Little army men.
Couple of landmines.
Land shark.
Belt ready.
Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Ugh. I
Well-
really don't know why they keep tracking me to this place.
Yeah. I don't know either why they keep dragging you to this place. Listen, Ben, we found some stuff and we have to tell you about it. But I guess we'll tell you about it back at the clubhouse when we can tell you, when you were not around all these grown-ups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, I'll tell you when we get to the clubhouse. Okay.
Okay.
It's
Let's
a
go.
little tough. I have to ask. Give me a minute.
And
Okay.
why don't each of you give me a listen roll, please?
What? He doesn't fall for it anymore. It sucks.
It's almost like he knows you.
Oh, weird.
I needed a 50. I rolled a 9. That's an extreme listening success.
Wow, nice roll, Matt.
I rolled a 75 over 25, so that is a failure.
But it is a very reducible fraction. So.
I needed a 25, and I rolled the best number on the planet.
They say
69.
4/3 of all Americans have trouble with fractions.
Oh, Matt.
All right. So it looks like Kyle got the best with an extreme. That's very nice. And the rest of the other two failed. So we'll do this.
The rest of us are just standing around with
So actually, Ben.
La 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 la.
Yeah, exactly. So Ben starts walking back up the steps timidly, trying not to disrupt the conversation of the adults because they're all talking to the pastor. Kyle, however, is focused on the pastor who is speaking directly to Aunt Emily. So you're very interested in what she is communicating to your aunt and vice versa, because you're kind of a little nervous about any word of Uncle John getting around town. You know how news travels fast in this small place. So you're paying a particular attention to the pastor and your aunt's conversation. Meanwhile, Ben is consumed because he's trying to catch his mom's eye, and his mom keeps looking over and holding up a finger like just a minute.
1 minute.
And so
please.
Ben is sort of frozen on that middle step and just sort of...
Is that the one with the Legos, the D4s, the landmines? I keep losing
The
track.
caltrops. We talked about this.
Oh, okay.
Ben, you feel like you're sort of in limbo. You can't go back to your friends, and you can't yet ask for permission. And unfortunately, Rosa, who is standing next to Kyle, notices Gertie with her mom pointing at you.
Wait, Gertie with No, Gertie, not with my mom. Gertie with
No, with her own mother. With her own
Gertie's
mother.
mother.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say, is my mom stepping out on me?
Yeah, right. I got a new daughter now, honey. So Gertie points toward you and says quite loudly, "She stole my creature."
Are they coming over
Yeah,
here?
actually, the mother is approaching you with Gertie and sort of dragging her.
I couldn't have stolen what didn't exist. She didn't have a creature. What are you talking about?
Look, Gertie doesn't lie. Yeah, that's right. I don't lie.
No. Have you like listened to her?
What are you
Like
trying to imply?
her lips are moving. Her mouth is moving.
Rosa,
She's
do I need to
fine.
have a word with your mother?
Yes.
Well, I certainly will. I'll be back. I'll be around later this afternoon. Please tell your mother I will talk to her then. Come along,
Okay.
Gertie.
Why don't you bring your creature, Gertie?
The nerve of some of these kids.
She doesn't have a creature. What's a creature anyway?
I do too.
What is it?
You took it.
I don't have anything.
It's in your pocket. I know it.
I'm gonna turn out my pockets.
There's two creatures in there.
She ate it. Mom, she ate it. I swear to God, she ate it.
Ate it.
Ate it.
I
Do
thought
you
it was in her
believe
pocket.
She's evil. She's always picking on me.
Mrs. Wait, sorry. I have to.
This is Gertie's mom.
This is Gertie's mom.
I'm
How
try-
can you believe this?
I'm trying to remember what Gertie's
She
mom's
got a
name
pocket, got a pocket full of creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Karen?
It's Cooney. Mrs. Cooney.
Karen Cooney.
Oh God,
Yeah.
Karen Cooney.
Karen Cooney.
Mrs. Cooney, how could you believe this?
All I know is my daughter does not lie, and I will speak with your mother. Good day. And she drags Gertie away.
Drags her.
Meanwhile, Kyle is overhearing the pastor say to your Aunt Emily, "Yes, Sheriff Nesta Roberts was here yesterday, and he stopped by and asked us to keep an eye out for a group of environmental activists," is what she said, from Berkeley. They went missing a few days ago, and she just wondered if they had shown their face in town. And I said I hadn't seen them, but we've got some photos in the rectory posted. So if you see anybody with that looking like that, then please notify the sheriff. I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
Birkenstocks everywhere.
And she's motioning towards the rectory, and then they
Rectory damn
disperse.
near Kildare.
They disperse, and Stacy, Ben's mom, comes down the steps. Yes, Ben.
If it's okay with you, can I go to the clubhouse today?
That's perfectly fine. I don't mind that. I've got some work to do, so if you wouldn't mind, be home for dinner, but I need some quiet time, okay?
Of course. Thank you.
All right, Benjamin. And she rubs you at the top of your head. Just be safe, okay?
That heart.
Small fire bursts out of his hair.
Great, I got a bald spot.
All right.
Hey guys,
I
Ben is
tricked her. She
bald.
said yes. No.
And she leans over and gives you a kiss on the top of your head, and then heads off to her car.
But I do this.
Yeah. And Aunt Emily comes down and says, "Oh, Kyle, you weren't eavesdropping, were you?" I don't care if
No,
you were.
Okay, in that case, I might have been a little bit eavesdropping.
Oh, yeah, so weird, right? I mean, some environmental activist that doesn't.
I mean,
Have you seen anybody around?
no, I'm just wondering why someone would come all the way from Berkeley out here. I mean, like, what the heck is out here? You know,
Well,
there's nothing.
the sheriff. I mean, in Lompoc, I don't think she knows what she's doing, to be honest. I got my doubts about her, you know? I think she's on the take. I watch cop shows on TV.
Oh
she's
yeah,
on the
you know
take.
how
It's 1974.
here in Las Cruces we have a rampant gang
Dragnet.
problem.
Yeah.
And then Aunt Emily takes off her sunglasses and screams.
That's right. Well, look, you're welcome to come by for dinner tonight if you want. I'm pretty sure John's gonna be in a better mood. He's gonna go for one of his hikes, and that usually wears him out a little bit. So
One of his hikes.
yeah. Can we expect
Apparently, their corner pharmacy isn't in jail,
exactly.
and nobody will understand that joke until the end of the podcast. So stay tuned.
Picked up something at Herbs.
Picked up some herbs
sells
at
herbs.
Herbs.
You know what I'm saying?
Voice.
So what do you think? We join us?
Oh yeah, of course. You know I can't say no to a home cooked meal by you.
Great. Glad to hear it. Yeah, Brown 6 again. Come on by. I'll make some avocado mousse.
Oh, how'd you? You know that's one of my favorites.
I know.
I don't know how you make the avocado so light and fluffy.
Some duck
It's a
foam
family
on top.
secret.
I'm just never been good at fluffing avocados. You know.
That's not what I heard. All right.
It is an early business at this point. It's 1974, so I'm sure you can learn.
All right, Kat. We'll be good. Go play with your friends. I'll see you tonight. All right.
All right.
Peace.
I'm just waiting for you.
Thank
to
you.
say Emily's made a mousse out of avocado.
It's a moose.
All right.
Yeah.
So the three of you are free to do what you want.
At any old time?
She
Me
said
too.
she'd come over later. Gross. Let's go to the cup house, guys.
Guys, I totally got some hot news, but let's not here. All right.
My God.
Nudes?
We did find the box with the magazines.
Well, yeah. I need to see the box, right?
Where'd the magazines go? Kyle's like, I gotta go home.
But don't worry, we're reading them just for the article.
Oh yeah,
Well,
totally. I
the
just read them for the
article.
articles.
There's only one, the article.
The
All right, guys, I can go. So you guys want to go now, or do you have to do stuff first?
tell you what, I'm gonna meet you guys there. I need to go back home and change out of these stuffy Sunday clothes.
Age out of these
yeah.
magazines.
If I get these dirty or more dirty than they already are,
Oh yeah,
my dad will kill me.
my dad is gonna flip out if I do. So I have to go change out of my stuff too.
That's cool. You guys want to meet over there like in an hour or so?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
Yeah, works for
All
me.
right. Okay, I'll see you guys there then. I'm gonna turn and walk away.
Okay.
Sulking.
I hop on my
Yeah.
bike and start riding back.
I
to
felt
home.
very belittled having to ask my mama at 14 years old if I can go play with my friends outside.
Milk drinker.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So Rosa heads back with her folks to get dressed, and then we'll meet up in about an hour. And Kyle does the same, heads back to his lonely house, changes in some roughhousing clothes. Rough house. And
Rough house.
and so Ben, where are you off to during this time?
I'm actually gonna. Where's the church located? Do we have it on there?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
Is
right.
It's this guy right here.
Okay. Thank you. Yep. So I'm just gonna follow the river. That's a river, correct?
stream.
River.
Yep. Mhm.
I'm gonna follow that stream and just start meandering over towards the clubhouse because I don't really want to go home right now.
Okay.
Mom's there and she needs quiet time, and
Sure,
I
sure.
just need to clear my head.
Absolutely. Cool. Yeah, so you start walking along the stream. You don't get very far. You get like maybe 20, 30 yards, and you hear a familiar voice. Hey, Brian. and you turn around and you see Herb from Herb's store, from the Goods and Sundry.
Is he floating?
What happened to you yesterday?
Floating on air?
Sorry, sir. My mom needed help, so I had to go with her.
Yeah, well, I guess your friend, what's his name, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he delivered the package okay, but I was kind of hoping you'd take care of it.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. If you have anything at all today, I can help with anything. You won't even have to pay me.
Well, I might have another one. I want you to swing on by this afternoon, all right?
All right, $50
Zip.
sound good?
$50, yep. Yeah, that's fine. Just swing on by whenever you want to.
Okay, thank you. Again, I'm really sorry about yesterday.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll give you another shot, okay?
Single tier.
Single tier. All right. Well, swing on by after lunchtime, and we'll see what we can do for you, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Be good.
Yes, sir.
Johnny, be good.
Okay. I'm not. Yes, and.
Oh, you're just
And-
not ready for that. Your kids are gonna love it though.
And he wanders back towards the store, and you see him.
He just wander randomly till he finds the door.
He takes the closed sign, flips it to open,
Oh,
and
nice.
goes inside. And as more, you're kind of walking in the same direction as a lot of the churchgoers who got out. Some of whom are like going to the diner, for instance.
Okay.
And basically just kind of walking downtown, and some of them are like shop owners and that sort of thing.
Cool.
And sorry,
The stream runs behind the stores or something. Is that what it is?
well, it kind of goes like, if you take a look at the map,
Yeah. that's what I'm looking at.
see the road that goes by the school and all that.
Yeah. It goes right along
That's
that.
like the main road. Just imagine like
Okay.
all kinds of shops and stuff right there. Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
From Mike's filling station to the south, and then the Goods and Sundry is right here.
Oh, okay.
Across the way,
Okay. Cool.
diner's right there with a spoon and fork. And they can just imagine like people dispersing. And
That's
there's
what I
all
was
kinds
thinking
of
too.
houses and
So I'm
sorts of
kind of
things.
kicking it back behind there. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You're sort of wandering in the same general direction as these folks, and you notice
By the. Oh yeah.
up ahead, coming in the opposite direction, walking, is a familiar figure. It's Ranger Chris Rickenbacker, the what do you call it? The ranger who is usually up at the ranger station to the northeast. And he's a forest ranger, and he's a nice guy. That, as far as you know, you haven't had many run-ins with him or anything. But you'll see him occasionally, like once every couple months. You'll see him downtown. And he is walking along, stopping other churchgoers and showing them what looks to be like a photo or some sort. And they're kind of shrugging him off or shaking their head and walking away.
Shake him off.
And then he's headed in your direction.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of put my head down and, as I'm walking, like peer up to see if he's still walking towards me or if he's just walking past me.
It looks like he might be getting ready to walk past you.
Okay, I'm going to quickly jump behind a barrel. I will lift my head and do the head nod towards him and, hi, how are you today?
Oh, hi. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Ben.
Stranger
My name's Ben.
danger.
Right.
Pepper spray.
Ben Knight, right? Ben Knightley?
Yeah, yes.
Ben Knightley. Hey, how's it going, kid? How you?
Good, how are you? Is everything okay?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Because you're showing pictures of something
geez,
to people.
these, yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sorry. These are pictures. Yeah. So no, look, I'm just take a peek at these, okay? And he shows you.
Whoa.
He shows you a photo of, actually several photos of these strange-looking toadstools. With they're kind of spindly with bright red caps and sickly yellow spots that almost look like sores seeping pus.
Oh.
Ben, have you seen these anywhere around? These mushrooms?
Just the pictures at the doctor's office.
Oh, oh yeah, that's a good one. I haven't heard that one today yet.
No, sir, I haven't. Why? Is there
Oh,
something
okay,
wrong with
good.
the mushrooms?
Oh well, yeah. I'm glad you asked, Ben. That's these are deadly poisonous, and that's kind of what
no.
I'm. I mean, not. I don't know for sure. We're still pending some lab results from the toxicology lab in the big city, but I'm going around making sure that no one has seen these yet. I found a couple out a little bit north here along a stream bed, and I just wanted to let people know to steer clear because, um, you know, I did happen to find some out towards the hot springs, and I just want to make sure that no one's going around like trying to get high on mushrooms. You know how you kids are these days.
Oh no, sir. We don't do anything like that at all.
Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Well, if you do see some, just steer clear. Okay. That's all I wanted to let people know. And
Okay, thank
just
you.
be very careful. Yeah.
Do you have an extra picture that I could keep to show my friends so they don't mess with anything
Oh,
either?
God, I wish I did. I totally forgot that. Somebody
I'll
else
just
asked
take
me
that
too.
one.
No, I'm sorry. I got more people to contact here, but just take a snapshot. And he takes the back of your head and puts it up close to the
I just do
photo.
this.
And
Click.
he like moves your head like you're scanning the photo.
It's a scanning. What does that mean?
I'm sorry, Xeroxing.
There you go.
Xeroxing.
Xerox.
Ditto machine.
Make it a ditto copy.
A ditto. Yeah. A
Yes.
mimeograph.
Yes.
A mimeograph. Yeah, just take a good look. Take your time. He holds it up. All right, that should do it. Now, just beware if you see these mushrooms anywhere nearby. They could be poisonous, and I'll be back in a couple days to let everybody know
You gonna
whether
try
that's
one?
the case. Oh no, I
Oh.
can't.
I thought you meant you would go try one and then let us know in a couple days if it's poisonous.
No, that's maybe in my younger days, but no, I have to wait for the lab results at this point, and I just I would hate to find some dead bodies out in the woods because oh god, that would creep me out.
Dude,
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Me too.
All right, well Ben, tell your mother I said hi. What was her name? Sophia Knightley. I tell her I said hi.
Okay, yes, sir. Good luck finding your shrooms.
Thank you, Ben. I appreciate that. Yeah, toodaloo. And he waters along.
Doodle who?
And grabs the next batch of folks coming behind you and shows them the photos. And of course, they like try to avoid him. Yeah, check out what's behind my raincoat. And then so you meander along.
All right. I'm gonna pick up the pace a little now and not walk so close to the stream. Now that I heard that about mushrooms.
Yeah, right.
Don't cross the stream.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna cross the road and walk on the other side until I get close enough to the clubhouse.
Cool. So yeah,
And then I'll cut in.
great. So you pass the school essentially, and you see it's all dark, which makes you very happy and kind of maudlin too, because this was your last year at this school.
Yeah. Yep.
Next year you're busing it to Lompoc.
Yeah. Bussing.
Or maybe getting a ride from your mom. At least there, you'll probably have to bus it on the way back.
Keeper, I don't want to talk about cars right now.
So you pass the front of the school and cut into the clubhouse, and you're there for a little while before Rosa and Kyle show
Can I
up.
do anything before they show up?
Did you want to do something?
Yes. I would like to really examine the hole in the roof and attempt to fix that hole in the roof before they get back.
Okay. What kind of role would that be?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see.
What do you guys think? Speak up.
Speak up.
Up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think it would be swim.
Would it be like natural world? Like I'd be able to?
I think you know what?
I think it's operate heavy machinery.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's make it easy. Let's make it easy.
You told them to
give me
speak
a
up,
spot
Jeremy.
hidden.
Okay.
Okay.
It might also be accounting, but
I
I'm
needed
not
a
sure.
45. I rolled a
Nice.
14. I'm hard.
Great. Give me a strength and then a dexterity.
A strength. I haven't rolled that now. I needed a 50. I rolled a 42. That's a success. I needed an 80. I rolled a 31. That's a hard success.
Awesome. So Rosa and Kyle approach together, having met along the way, to the clubhouse, pushing their bikes through the woods. And you see a surprising sight. You see Ben clambering all over the roof of the clubhouse, just putting the finishing touches on a patch job, which looks very professional. And it looks like he's taken some pieces of lumber and some other logs and things and managed to form and some branches. He's kind of waterproofed it too.
Hey, Ben, I see you found your rock pump.
Yeah, it was inside me the whole time.
Was the friends you made along the way?
No, you guys didn't help at all. I was here by myself.
Oh.
Anyway, guys, I got something I have to tell you about.
Uh-oh.
Yeah? What?
So why Ben was busy waiting for Mommy, and why you were busy getting yelled at by Gertie. I was listening to what my Aunt Emily and the pastor were talking about. Apparently, not too long ago, a group of what they call them, environmental people were down here from Berkeley,
Environment.
and something like that, I think.
Okay.
Look, they came down here, and apparently they just disappeared. Like, the sheriff's been looking for them, and they haven't shown up anywhere. They're just, like, gone.
Where were they at last, do you know?
No, they weren't saying. All I got out of her was that they came down here, they're all the way from Berkeley, and that they were looking for something. I don't know what they were doing here, but they disappeared, man. They're just, like, gone.
I wonder if they were looking for the mushrooms. The ranger was in town when I was leaving, and he said that there's some...
Ranger Rick, that giant raccoon.
Yeah, he was... I thought he looked funny, like he was trying to steal stuff with his little mask. He said that there were some poison mushrooms that were grown by the hot springs, and he was just letting people know to not touch them or mess with them because they could be seriously poisonous.
So who wants to go to the hot springs?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should stay away because I also have something to tell you guys. Like, my family lost a goat, and I went looking for it, and it looked like, I don't know, it had been taken or something.
It was those environmentalers from Berkeley.
I mean,
How-
it could have been.
How was it taken? How'd you know it was taken?
Cause it was like bleeding, and well, I could see like the blood trail.
Got a
But then-
phone call from Liam Neeson.
Yeah, and he told me he has a very special set of skills, and I don't know where it was.
Who's Liam Neeson?
But no, you
Well-
guys, like the fence was broken and the baby goat was gone and it was bleeding, and I don't know, it could have wandered off somewhere. But
I think that's a little more important than a mushroom. Do you want us to help you see if we can find your goat?
I mean, yeah, we could go back and see if we could find it. Maybe it wandered away and is hiding somewhere. You know,
Well, if it got hurt on something, most animals will do that. They'll go and hide until they heal.
yeah,
To protect
okay,
themselves.
Let's go see if we can find it.
But if
Hey,
we
let's
go
look
looking
at
for
your
the poison
fence
mushrooms,
first.
there's a chance we might die.
We can go there after the goat. But let's see if we can track it down.
Maybe the goat ate the mushrooms.
Maybe.
And that's why it's bleeding.
What if the goat is the mushroom?
It's bleeding from its eyes now because it's some Resident Evil monster, and I don't know what Resident Evil is.
Where does what?
Yeah, it's evil that lives here.
It's a
Oh,
resident.
That sounds like that'd probably make a terrible movie. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's a really good video game though. So
You mean like
Really?
Pong?
yeah.
yeah,
That's a good game. That's trippy.
I can't see.
Like, how
it.
do they make the dot move across the screen, man? I don't get
It's
it.
weird.
know.
It's so weird.
I think they poke it.
Gross. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go see if we can find the goat.
Oh wow, that's way across town.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Let's hang out at no.
Where the? I'm sorry. Where are the hot?
Where
springs?
is the hot spring?
It's not. It's like I thought he said it was like in this area, so it's not far from your farm.
You'll see that there
Right
is
here.
it's Hot Springs
here.
Creek.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was like an actual like hot spring, not a
It
thing
is.
called hot.
It is. It's just we
okay.
don't.
So
So we
there's-
haven't been there
there.
yet. So
As
the
you guys
map hasn't
know,
opened.
As you guys know, Hot
I
Spring,
don't.
as I'm telling you, as you know, Hot Springs Creek ends at a natural hot springs. It's a
Yeah.
very popular tourist attraction among hikers, that sort of thing.
Shroomers.
So,
If Hot Springs
Yeah,
Creek ends in a hot
would-
spring, what does Los Canavas Creek end in?
A can of
What's a
us.
canavas?
A can of us.
It's a can of us.
a can of ass.
Nice.
Open up a can of whoop ass.
Oh, what's happening?
There's another ammo chest down at the end of that one.
Mm-hmm. Right in the old
Loot
can.
here. Okay, well, I say we get walking, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah, let's go. Let's go. I think I rode my bike over, but since Ben does not have his bike,
He
I
could ride
see.
on his handlebars, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you want to
your
like sit
bike
on the
with no
front of my
handlebars.
bike?
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you.
okay.
Thank
so
you.
yeah, we'll ride over to my farm.
Rose on
All
her
right.
bike, me and Ben on my bike doing the whole ET things, peeking out
Yeah.
from under a blanket.
You guys, why are you flying?
That's in 10 years, dude. Hold on.
Exactly.
Shit.
They got the idea from watching us.
Exactly. Steven Spielberg's over in the woods going, "This is gold," starts writing it down.
Jangling his keys.
Because he's eating a mushroom.
Yeah.
This is gold.
All
Sorry,
right.
Jeremy.
So the three of you head out on bicycles.
Mhm.
So you're going to go sort of behind the school a little bit.
Yeah.
And come out
Yeah.
behind the herb store, actually, kind of back where you were. And then head down to the same road that Kyle's house is at the end of.
Yeah.
And behind Kyle's house, you'll see there are some dotted white lines. Those are trails, actually.
Oh,
that-
nice.
So hiking trails and that sort of thing.
That's cool.
Just to the south of Kyle's house. And why don't you give me a spot hidden, Ben?
Okay.
There it is.
I needed a 45. I rolled an 80. That's a fail.
All right. So as you are going by Herb's store, getting ready to turn south, or actually Kyle's getting ready to drive or steer south, you're pretty sure you saw a
Avocado mousse.
avocado truck on the highway, Highway 1 heading north, just lose a bunch of avocados on the expressway. But you don't hear any honking horns or anything, which you would have expected.
Yeah.
And the truck just rambles on its way.
I lean over my left shoulder, still holding on and watching forward, a little nervous. Kyle, I think that truck just dropped something. Let's go check it out real quick. Hey, Cal.
Oh, all right,
And
man.
it's a highway, Bri.
Highway 1, but we don't have to go on Highway 1, right? We can go along it, right? Like along this road here?
No,
Up to it?
the truck. It was on
The
Highway
truck-
1 when it spilled some avocados.
Right, which is right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's lots of cars driving by.
Oh,
It's a highway.
70s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a
Okay.
major thoroughfare.
Never mind. I don't know why I witnessed that.
and I don't want to go in the middle of that road.
There's a chance we could die.
I don't want to end up as avocado mousse.
Avocado, thanks. All right, then I guess I would just rephrase and not do any of that I just did then.
You want to jump the highway?
How do we get across 101?
Turn this into a game of Frogger.
Get over to Rose's house.
Yeah, there are underpasses and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay. So are we coming towards my house from the south?
Yeah. So essentially, you get to Kyle's house down that way, and there is a underpass that leads to Gaviota Park boundary right there.
Oh yeah, I can see the river going under there. Okay.
Yeah. It just basically passes, and actually, the 101 is a relatively minor highway. Both of these are like just basically 4 lanes. You can kind of get over them or under them with little trouble. So don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay.
But that's the easiest way to get is to go by Kyle's house and then scoot on over to Gaviota, and then just basically go on to Gaviota.
Pick that up. Yeah.
Blah 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 up to Rose's farm. So yep.
Cool.
So yeah, you guys turn on to Gaviota Park Boundary Road and head towards Rose's farm, and you show up, and your 2 bikes pull up. Ben leaps off the front of the handlebars,
Superhero landing.
and the 3 of you run up to the goat enclosure, and you see your dad in the goat enclosure,
Okay.
and he is fixing the
I
fence.
mean, I did tell him about that, so.
And you see 4 kids and
Oh.
standing around Netzi. What was her name? Jezzy.
Jezzy.
Standing around Jezzy. And your dad slowly stands up from his finishing the fence repair, and he has that bright colored rag that you tied around it, and he ambles slowly up to you. Hello, children. Rosa.
Hello, Poppy. Did Jesse's is one of them the kid that was missing?
Yeah, it's as near as you can tell, for sure.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it looks like the missing kid.
Oh, the baby goat came back. I'm
Yes.
so happy.
Here's your rag.
Thank you, Poppy. And I'm gonna give him a little kiss on the cheek,
Yes.
like
Thank
up
you.
on my
Rosa.
toes.
Ugh.
No problem. But please,
PDA.
I would appreciate it if you did not keep the enclosure open. That
Open.
yes.
I didn't.
How else could he have gotten out?
The fence was broken,
Yes, but
right?
not when I came out. It was okay. It just needed to be re-notched.
It was broken. Did you see the blood?
No, I saw no blood.
There was a blood trail last night when I came out and looked for him.
Come see. And he
Okay.
lifts you over the enclosure gate and walks with you to the fallen, the piece of fence that was fallen. And you don't see any trace of blood or anything.
Oh, I guess maybe I saw something that wasn't there. It was getting dark anyway. I
Rosa,
guess.
you weren't
Yeah?
making stories, were you?
No,
Was this
No,
an
Papi.
excuse why you left the goat out?
No, I didn't. I didn't leave the gate open. The fence was broken.
Well, all I can see is what I see, and there is the goat. Is that him?
I'm gonna go over and look at the kid.
All right, go ahead and give
And
me a
just,
spot
like-
hidden.
Okay.
You
And
don't have
while
any-
she's
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me check one quick
All right.
thing here. What was the other thing I was going to think about? All right.
Ooh, I got a 48 over 25. That is a failure.
48. Mhm.
Yes. 48 over 25.
Yep. Okay.
Oh,
What was that?
I said boo.
Oh, yeah. For some reason, Discord's like squashing you.
Oh, that's weird.
I can't hear all of you. So, yeah, he looks like to be the exact same goat. He looks almost identical to the other three. But yeah, looks like the goat, and as near as you can tell, he's completely without any kind of mark on him. You see no evidence of blood or anything like that, or
Yeah.
sores or anything.
Huh. I must have seen something that, the light was it was getting dark, puppy, and
Yes.
I must have seen something that I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. But please, just take care of goats and be careful. Latch it properly, okay?
See.
Oh, gracias. All right.
and as Rosa's over there talking to her dad, I'm just gonna lean over to Ben and go, aliens. And then slowly lean back.
And I'm going to lean towards Kyle and go, goats.
Goat aliens.
I know you didn't grow up on a farm or anything, but they're just farm animals.
No, but you don't get it. I saw a movie once.
I have
Yeah,
too.
we're-
I've seen a movie.
No, you don't get it though. In the movie, these aliens they come down from space
Mhm.
and they swap out real farm animals with fake farm animals, which are actually the aliens in disguise. And it's like a plot to take over Earth.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Destroy
I
all
don't
humans?
know if I could watch it though. I don't like that kind of stuff.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad.
Well, for you maybe.
I mean, okay, at one point this cow's head pops off and tentacles
Okay.
coming out of it.
Okay. I don't need to hear anymore.
And Antelmo, that's what his name was, right? Antelmo?
Yes.
Your father lifts you back over the gate, and he leans over and looks at you, the three of you, kindly. So what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be out playing someplace?
Yeah. We're gonna go find some fun things to look at in the forest.
All right. Well, be careful. Watch out for any, blood trails. Wink.
Poppy, I saw it. I thought I saw it, okay?
I believe you, but I've got work to do, so.
Sir,
Alright.
we were actually coming over to help her look for the goat that was missing. So she really thinks that thought that something happened to her goat.
Well, Ben,
So-
you did a very good job because there he is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, I came over in the middle of the night.
They were gonna help me get my goat.
It's the greatest of all time.
He might turn out to be. Wait, is this some sort of
He's a
joke?
goat.
All right. Well, you kids have a good time.
I thought you had to take
Enjoy the rest of
goat.
your Sunday, okay?
Yes.
I need to get up early in the morning to head to the farmer's market tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Is it strange that he's heading to the farmer's market on Monday?
It's not strange, actually. He goes pretty
Okay.
much every other day. Yeah.
Okay. I thought he
You
went
guys
Monday.
you guys do gangbusters business in
Okay.
Lompoc.
Nice.
Well, I mean, the town does have a serious gang problem, so I'm
That's
not
true.
surprised.
And he
Yeah.
busts them all.
Someone has to bust the gangs, man.
Yeah, sometimes I
Bust
see
them
him
gangs.
leaving the house in his tights,
Screaming, stop
and
resisting!
outside his cape, and he's like, "I'm gonna bust some gang."
All right, Rosa. Be home for dinner, okay?
I will.
All right.
All right, guys, let's go look for poisonous mushrooms at the hot springs, I guess. Bye.
Yeah,
might
let's
not
go
come
look
out of
for
this
some
alive.
poisonous things. What?
All right. And he turns back around and walks back towards the goats.
Okay.
And on the back of him is a goat just sucking the blood out of his neck.
Yeah. Like a little backpack.
Goodbye.
When he,
Dang, your dad is like serious.
yeah, he's. I mean, you know, he has a business to keep, right? It's just like I thought this goat was gone, and can I know this is a little late, but can I like push that spot hidden roll?
Ooh. You want to?
Yes.
Tell me how you're pushing it.
I would like to.
Real good.
Dun, da, dun, 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 dun.
Push it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get down on my knees and like this kid is kind of friendly, right? So I'm gonna like run my hands down his legs and just check for anything that I didn't see. Like maybe he has a break in the skin on his belly or something.
Okay. I like that. I'll
And
accept
I would
that.
like to help if you're okay with that. I'd like to hold the goat while Rosa is looking so the goat's not squirming around.
All right. I'll give you a bonus die on that, Rosa.
Okay. So how should I roll that?
You're gonna roll again.
Okay, so roll twice and take the better one.
Just roll once and then roll a d10.
Roll for goat handling.
So you rolled a 77. So right, and so you're gonna roll a d10, and what you want here is a 0, 1, or 2.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I rolled a 17 under 25. So that is a success, a regular success, but still a success.
Okay. So Ben is holding the
Thank you, Ben.
the kid still while you inspect it, and you're running your hands around its body. You can't find any sort of mark on it, really. It just appears it's and actually, Ben, you don't really even need to hold it because you realize quite suddenly that it is very calm. It's just standing stock still. It doesn't mind that Rosa's examining it.
Okay.
And yeah, so you finish up your exam and
They're both
don't-
there holding
don't
that
find
goat. I'm just
anything.
gonna slide my head in between them and go, aliens. And then slowly back out.
I'm going to ask Rosa. Rosa, is this goat usually this calm? The other ones are jumping around and playing.
It's because it's an alien, man. It's not a real goat.
Oh, come on.
I'm assuming this is strange for this baby. For this
yeah,
kid.
kind of as you
Yeah.
stand up from your examination and kind of appraise the kid.
Mhm.
It looks directly at you, but it's not blinking.
It's not acting like a regular goat.
It's because it's a goat alien.
And
That's
as you
so
watch,
weird.
Rosa, a fly lands at the corner of its eye and travels directly over its eyeball. And it doesn't blink. I think I'm going to need a sanity roll from you.
Tell you, man, they're goat aliens and they're here to invade Earth.
Okay.
Oh, or maybe they're goat robots
Ooh.
that are here to invade the Earth.
13 under 79, extreme success.
Woo woo.
You
So-
gain sanity.
You gain sanity.
That would be lovely.
So you see this occur, this insect crawling across its unblinking eyeball,
Mm-hmm.
and you're almost sure that it's grinning at you.
The goat is, or the
The goat is.
okay.
It's that weird feeling when you see like a dog who is laughing at you or
Yeah.
grinning at you. It has that same look on its face as it stares directly at you into your eyes.
Ugh.
I'm going to realize that and that something's weird just from the reaction of Rosa and kind of let go and step back and pull my hands into my chest. Be like, Kyle, something is weird. Something weird is going on.
I'm telling you, man, alien robot goats from outer space.
And then the goat starts suddenly and prances in midair and runs back to its brothers and sisters next to and behind Jezzy, who is
glitch.
bellowing loudly at this point in a protective manner.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He just glitched. It's fine.
It
Yeah.
could have been like one of those fainting goats that just go.
We'll introduce a patch for that in the next update.
Yeah.
Are we in Matrix?
And your dad turns around. What are you kids doing with the goats?
She just wanted to say goodbye before we left.
Ben that he couldn't grab a goat without losing it.
All right. Well, I have work to do. Please. Vámonos.
Okay.
Please?
Yeah. We're going now. Okay.
Gracias.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
I bet you can't grab that chicken either.
Grab your chicken. Let's go.
Don't choke the chicken. Don't choke it. Not in front of my dad.
Not until we get to the ammo box.
Oh, I swear it, guys. I'm just reading it for the article.
Just the one.
I am
It's a
going.
scathing expose about redlining and homelessness issues in California.
Oh, that's sad. Thanks for bringing it down.
Jeez, thanks. Is it with Kim Kardashian?
Thanks for bringing it back up.
I am going to stalk off and, like gesture to the boys. Just like, come on, guys.
All right.
Start our bikes.
Shotgun. In the middle of the handlebars in the front.
I don't know that I'll be able to. Do you want to sit on my handlebars or do you want to sit on Kyle's handlebars?
I mean, I can ride my bike with no handlebars.
That would hurt my ass, though. I just put my arms out and he steered.
Steering with Ben.
I'll get on Kyle's. Thank you, though, Rosa. I appreciate it. Are we going to the hot springs? Let's do it.
Yeah, I guess let's go look for some of those mushrooms.
Psyched, man. We might die.
Jeez. We need to talk with your counselor.
Right?
My dad won't let me see a counselor. Says it's only for babies.
Open your eyes.
Oh.
Actually, he uses a different word, but he says I'm not allowed to say that word either. So
Yeah, don't ever say that word.
Says if he didn't need one when mom left, then I don't need one either.
That's right. Chickens.
Mm-hmm. Those damn chickens.
Always choking it on their own.
They just love choking those chickens.
Guys, let's hurry so we
it's a
can be
real
back in time
pandemic.
I gotta be home for dinner, so let's hustle.
Okay.
Just stop choking yourselves and let's go.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the handlebars trying to balance as they're dancing.
Yeah, Ben's doing the hustle on the handlebars.
All right, you hop
every
on.
now and then as we ride, I'm just gonna shake the handlebars real quick.
All right,
Like
so
it.
you're hopping back on your bikes, departing Rose's farm, and where are you headed to?
The hot spring.
Springs Creek stream.
So your best bet is to probably go back out to the crossroad there, back on the Gaviota Park boundary road, and as you know, the trailhead is back here, where Gaviota Park boundary road is near 101, because you'll see that little dotted line there.
Yeah.
Those are the trails that lead to the hot springs.
Sweet.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
So you park your bikes because you can't take them on these trails. These are vastly overgrown trails. Just you kind of have to walk in single file, and And this is actually a bit of a mountainous terrain at this stage.
Okay.
They kind of lead up into the mountains through some forested areas, lots of overhang, that sort of thing. And so who's in front?
I will lead since I know the terrain and the rocks and all that stuff.
Okay, great. And who's in the middle?
I'll be in the middle.
All right, Kyle, you're bringing up the rear.
Heck yeah, brah.
Coming in the back.
Hey guys, just watch my footfall so you're stepping in the right spots, okay?
Okay. Because we don't want to step in the landmines. What?
Yeah, what?
I
Land
thought
what?
I left us at the church.
D4's all
Oh
over
yeah,
the
there's
place.
no T4s over here.
All right.
Off in the distance, you just hear a low rumble.
Off in the distance of the church. Yeah.
In the distance. All right,
Church
so
reduced to rubble.
Ben begins to forge ahead along the trail, and of course it's quite hot now. It's the June
'cause I'm here.
Sunday afternoon is blazing hot at this point. You guys are all kind of sweaty, particularly you, Ben, because you're still in your halfway decent church clothes.
Yeah.
But you were already sweaty working on the roof back at the clubhouse anyway, so you don't really care at this point. So you get a little bit further down one of the and these trails sort of wind in and out because the mountainous terrain. There's lots of crooks and crevices and things like that the trails have to meander through. And Ben, why don't you give me a dexterity roll, please?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
I
for the
needed an
dex.
80. I rolled a 52. That's a success.
Okay. So you're kind of
Damn,
like
Daniel.
swinging through, pushing branches back, making sure that nobody gets smacked in the face and things like that because the branches are all overgrown.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and have Rosa coming up next. How about a dexterity roll from you?
Okay.
Weird.
24 under 50. I got a hard.
Hard success. And Kyle, lastly, you.
I needed a 50. I rolled a 90. That's a failure.
Nice. So
I'm just really preoccupied at the back going, guys, I got this really great idea. What if there was a movie about some rich dude who figured out how to bring dinosaurs back to life, And he put them in some kind of park. Steven Spielberg off in the distance. This is gold.
Gold. So while Kyle is daydreaming about this prehistoric park, wherever it is, Rosa in front of him ducks under a branch that Ben had kindly pulled up, and sort of he's reaching back and pulling it above her head. And
I'm just too tall.
you try
That's
to
all
do the
that
same
is.
thing for him, but then you realize, oh gosh, yeah, Kyle's way too tall and he's lagging back. So you kind of let it go. And you realizing that he's not going to get slapped or anything like that. But unfortunately, when the branch does swing back, you realize too late, Rosa, that the backside of that branch had a big old spider web on it. And Kyle walks face first into this mass of sticky webs. And a bit too late, Kyle, you realize there's a lot of spiders in this web. And you're too preoccupied with Steven Spielberg that who 74 was Duel, wasn't it? That you press up against one particular spider sack nested in the webs, and it spills a mass of swarming little red spiders. Little babies spill out of the sack. crawling all over you.
Just gonna freeze, freeze for a second. The moment where you just get from Kyle rambling about these dinosaurs to just dead silence, and then there's an ear-shattering scream, and before you know what's happening, I'm just straight off in front of me into the woods, not even walking at the trail, just sprinting full speed straight ahead, like just screaming and like, you know, trying to rip the webs off my face and brush the spiders away.
Nice. And you guys see this. You see him just trailing webs behind him because he's just coated in webs. Just the screaming banshee forging ahead past you along the trail. And you can see these little red baby spiders just falling off the webs and off of him and skittering into the underbrush.
Gross.
You can hear them all going, woo!
It's not bees, right?
As they fly off his head.
They're not bees, right?
No, I think it's just spiders. Rosa's cracking up.
And that high-pitched scream that you didn't know could come from Kyle's throat is cut short up ahead where he has gone out of sight in the trail in front of you.
Rosa, we gotta hustle. We gotta get up there and help him.
Yeah, I think we should I think we should follow it.
When did that song come out?
I don't know. It's disco, so it could be.
So I will start to, I guess, jog towards where.
Oh, technically not yet. That's 1975.
Oh, well then we'll yog.
Yog.
Soft J.
Jogging.
Rosa pushes past Ben and takes the lead and forges through the underbrush. Hey, thanks, Crow. Do the spider hustle. Thanks for the tip. Cha-ching.
Somewhere off in the woods, some disco producer. The hustle. This is cold.
Rosa rounds a corner, pushes away more branches carefully, and sees the back of Kyle. He's standing stock still in the middle of the trail. And from in front of him, you hear, "Yes, where's all your little friends, huh?" And Rosa, your blood runs cold because that's the voice of Randy Harrington, the local bully. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft Tapes.
Jerk.
Clump of spiders off my face.
Guys, let's get an avocado.
Pocket spider.
Pocket spider.
So many avocados.
That's how you get spiders off your face, right? You rub your face with avocado.
I'm pretty sure that's an accepted practice. Yeah.
I do that anyway.
It's good for the skin.
How do you think he stays so youthful looking?
Mm-hmm.
I just rub spider juice into me. It's all delicious.
It's a superfood.
Extra protein.
Spider juice. Spider juice.
Gross,
so
you perv.
All right, guys. Well, now it's time for some hashtag recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll the Hondo.
79, man.
I got a 6-7. All right.
I got a 48.
We tied.
Oh, you have to have a roll off.
Gotta have a roll off.
Rollies.
Roll off dairy.
Okay.
Roll again.
29.
All right.
Nice. Best number ever.
All right. Looks like Brian, you're gonna start.
You
us
can't
off.
roll a 420.
I'll go next, or actually, Rosa will, and then I will, and then Matt. So, Bryce, start us off, please.
I started to watch a new series on HBO Max called The Last of Us. It's based on a video game that nobody's really ever heard of.
What is it?
What's that? Never heard of
a
it.
video game or The Last of Us?
Pong.
Either.
The Lost of what?
Based off of Pong.
What? Last of who?
Just people going boop, 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 boop. My head
I
could
mean,
be
they
the Pong ball.
made
It's
that
so
one
huge. Look at
classic
this.
video game movie. So
Yeah, it's based on a video game,
Pixels, I think it was
proprietary to PlayStation or Sony. It's coming to PC soon, but the series takes place and basically tells you the whole story from how a post-apocalyptic America happened, starting with what nobody would ever think, fungus. A fungus gets into your system, and at a certain temperature, this actually happens in nature. It gets into insects and small animals, depending on their body temperature, and it can actually take over their nervous system, and it kind of feeds off of them a little bit and spreads themselves around to, just like everything on the planet, to live. But for some reason, it mutated and got into the human race. Nobody knows what caused it. But everything within one weekend, the entire planet was shut down. And this covers the TV show. It's only 3 episodes out, but I'm telling you, this thing is amazing. It tells you what happens. It shows you one family and what happened to them to get to where they're at now, which is just surviving in basically like a prison town. It's all enclosed. It's run by the elite military, and you're not allowed to leave. You have rations. You have to dispose of bodies. You have a drawing every day to what your job will be for that day. And there's smugglers and people who are trying to get out and get a better life and survive outside of that. But to do that, you have the struggles of the outside, which are mushroom people. So there's creatures and everything. And if you haven't played the game or heard of the game, the plot is this guy who's a runner. He brings food and medicine, and he trades and is really good at fighting and everything like that. He takes on this little girl who needs to get to a certain location to come up with a cure for the fungus that infects people. She's the only one they've ever known of that can't be infected. But what really drew me into this was this last episode. Nick Offerman is in it, and it's probably the most dramatic hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. These episodes are long. I think it was his best performance he has ever given in anything I've seen him in. It was phenomenal. And I didn't realize, but halfway through I had tears running down my cheeks. It was such a good performance. So even if you're not a fan of the video game, you're not a fan of post-apocalyptic shows, just watch the episode 3. It kind of covers a 25-year span. And it just shows you the life of these two people living in a post-apocalyptic, making the best of it that they can. And it's unbelievably moving and a fantastic performance from both the actors. So take a look at it. It's The Last of Us on HBO Max. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
I'm going to watch that episode again.
Cool. Thank you, Bray. And Lupine, you are up next.
Okay.
Suck it to us.
My recommendation tonight, my recommendo is a book. I know, shocker. I have not finished this book yet, but I am really enjoying it, and it's got a horror element, so I thought I'd tell you all about it. It's called Diving into the Wreck by Christine Catherine Roche. And it's like sci-fi horror. Basically the synopsis is that this is set in a sometime, they don't really specify what time it is. It could be sometime like way in the future, or it could even be a different like reality, not ours, a different timeline. That's actually not the important part. The important part is that humans are spacefaring now, and so the main character, and again, we don't really learn her name. I mean, at some point we might, but I so far have not learned her name. Not about halfway through, and she dives into like derelict spaceships, and they call it diving like you would in the ocean because it's the same idea. You're going into a very dangerous environment, and like with hostile pressure and hostile gases and hostile temperatures, and the twisted metal all around you. So it's a really dangerous undertaking, and so she does this. A lot of people in her world, of course, do it for the money, of course, because we're humans after all. But she does it for the information that can be gained from these derelict spaceships. And so basically the synopsis is that she's sort of, I wouldn't say at the end of her career, but she's like been doing this for a while, and she comes upon a spaceship that is different than the others. And it really excites her. I'm trying to do this without giving too much away. But it's different than the others, and it really excites her that she might be able to go in and find information about this spaceship. So she goes back to her home, which is on a base somewhere, and assembles team, and they go and they dive this spaceship, and they find some really interesting things that end up being terrifying.
Ooh.
And it's sort of and the other thing I like about it is it ends up being sort of a psychological horror, because there's also the team is under intense pressure to like succeed and to stay alive and stuff. And so the fact that they all have to work with each other, and they all have to get along on this tiny little spaceship while they're doing a dive, and who's in charge and what's the pecking order, and is somebody going to go stir crazy because they can't get out and do stuff planet side or what they would normally do or anything like that. And so there's the aspect of like just the mystery of what she found on the spaceship, and like sort of continuing to try to find out more about it. And then there's also the horror aspect of, I mean, I guess it's not horror for most people. I find people horrific, but it's kind of like a psychological thriller of the people having to live with each other on these little spaceships while they do dives, and being in these intense environments, and just having to survive. So I'm really enjoying it. It's called Diving into the Wreck. And it's very like high sci-fi, and there's definitely like, I started reading it. They didn't tag it as horror. I started. Luckily, I like horror. But I started reading it. I was like, oh, this is like a sci-fi written by a woman, in space, and I started reading it, and then I got to the thing that they found in the other in the first spaceship, because they eventually go into the second one. But they found the thing in the first spaceship, and I was like, oh my! I actually had to stop reading it for a few days.
Oh, I want to read this.
I know, me too, and I don't read books.
Well, I'm sure you can get it on Audible too, but I mean, I prefer
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Books. I just like
Yeah.
having something in my hand is the best.
Get it? All right.
Right? Giggity.
Oh yeah.
Giggity.
Giggity. All right. Thank you,
Okay.
Lupine. We'll check that out. Appreciate that.
Mhm.
I go up next, and I'm going to recommend a movie from 1987. Although it also,
Shocker.
no, actually, Shocker was Wes Craven, 19.
Yeah. It was
Uh,
90s.
Damn. Sorry.
Yeah. This is called Death Spa. I just saw it on Shudder, and it's one of those movies that has sort of been on my radar for quite some time because it's supposed to be schlocky, and it's late 80s. So you're like, it's maybe on the cusp of the 90s, so it's going to be a little bit tired from all those 80s practical effects things, and that's sort of the case. It's all over the place. It's one of those many Ghost in the Machine movies. You remember those, like The Elevator's Alive? I think was it like Death Hospital or something? Was one of those. Where basically they're either an automated building or a house is possessed by the devil, kind of thing. I think not the entity. What was the other one? Demon Seed.
House.
Demon
Oh.
Seed is another famous one of those. But anyways, this one makes absolutely no sense. It is an owner of a high-tech, successful health spa whose wife killed herself a year ago, is having trouble figuring out why accidents keep occurring in the computer-controlled gym. And by accidents, I mean grisly deaths. But they sort of shrug it off as if it were like, oh shit,
Accidents.
what could possibly be going wrong here? And as you might expect in a 1987 movie, this is wall-to-wall boobs, blood, and firm young bodies pumping iron and dancing for no good reason. In bright, late 80s neon-colored leotards.
Oh,
Because
boy.
that's what you would do in the 80s in a spa. The plot meanders wherever it wants to, with set pieces headed one way, then jump cutting or jump editing, I should say, to something completely ridiculous that makes no damn sense at all. Characters are just dumb fodder for the supernatural killer's wrath. And it's actually pretty surprising that they never got a Death Spa 2 because they leave the door wide open at the end. It's one of those, the killer just like one last gasp, jumps at the end, as you would expect, every damn movie that way. But the thing is, this thing is so stupid that it's actually kind of fun. So I can't imagine like the production behind this or the people who are like, yeah, this makes no sense. So we're going to hack it up into all these weird little set pieces, and it's just going to be dumb. And it sort of kind of works. It's dumb. So Death Spa from 1987. It's at least worth a laugh, but don't go in expecting anything great. But I still have to recommend it because it's just horrible.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everybody was scared of technology.
Exactly. Like, what can we possibly do to the plot? Oh, yeah.
Computer run gym.
Let's have shower tiles just blast themselves off the wall. Let's do that.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And cut people.
And then we all forgot to be afraid of technology. And
Right.
we were like, oh no.
Now look what happened.
How about
COVID.
if we had a spear gun that shot directly out of
Shame.
a very narrow locker, but somehow it's all the way out?
It happens.
It makes no sense.
What if we had a cannon that shot bears that shot other bears?
As long as there's no bees.
Shot flaming swords.
Pink spa, but medieval torture room.
The only reason they did that was because, the name of the spa is something like something health spa, but then some of the neon goes out and it just says Death Spa. So stupid. So stupid. All right. Well, that brings me to Matt. What's your recommendo for tonight?
Oh boy. So if you'll remember several episodes ago, I said I was going to do a trio of related games, and then I interrupted right after my first one with something else. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna take that pin back out, and I'm gonna give you number 2 out of 3 on my trio recommendo seto. This week I'm going to recommendo a game called Soulstone Survivors. It's in the same vein as the game that inspired it, Vampire Survivors. It's you as a single character wandering around a field, gathering weapons that automatically fire as you go, killing endless or killing very large numbers of enemies, gathering experience and leveling up and increasing your power as you go. However, if we're comparing the two, Vampire Survivors is more Tour de France. It's a lot neater. It's a lot more organized. Everything has its own kind of place. Soulstone Survivors is Red Bull downhill mountain bike racing. It is just absolutely batshit insane. In Vampire Survivors, each weapon has a set number of upgrades you can get before it caps out, and you can't upgrade that anymore. No such limitations in Soulstone Survivors. As you level, you can just continually grab upgrades, making the area of your effect of your attacks bigger. You can make them happen faster. You can make them do more damage. You can make them, higher likely to crit and do massive amounts of critical damage. And the game just starts off a little slow, but because there's no cap or limit, just exponentially gets more and more and more chaotic until you hit the end of your run where there are explosions going off all the time and things are flying everywhere and you can't really tell what's going on, but you think you're doing a really good job because you haven't died yet. And it is just an absolute blast. You're, dodging and all over the place trying to stay alive, and you don't even really know what's going on, but that's kind of how you like it. On top of the chaos, Soulstone Survivors features more RPG light elements. You're playing with these at this point 14 characters, and as you play with them, you're leveling them up, which unlocks the ability to craft specialized weapons for them, which makes them even more deadly, allowing you to survive longer, which allows you to level things up, which allows you to unlock some more stuff. It's a really great loop. It's a really addictive loop, and as much as I love Vampire Survivors for originating the genre, and it is a great game unto itself, I kind of prefer Soulstone Survivors a little more for the increased game pace and just the absolute sheer nuttiness of it once you get up into the higher levels. So if you're looking for something similar, but you're looking for something that's maybe a little faster paced or something that you can kind of play a little in a more goal-oriented style, Soulstone Survivors is a really great pick, and it is currently only $10. You can't beat that.
Unless it was $9.
Okay, yeah, maybe. But, $10 ain't bad.
And you should lay off the mushrooms, man. Whew.
But I could die.
But I eat a mushroom, and then it gives me power, so I eat another mushroom, and it gets me power.
All right, thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. We'll check that out. And that's it for this episode of the Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com with links to all our hashtag recommendos and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time. You can find me on discord.lovecrafttapes.com.
Oh, we're changing it up this week.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to shoot me a draft script for robot alien goats from outer space, you can find me on Mastodon at The Real Weird Kid.
If anybody would help me find this Spielberg guy, that would be cool, because I don't know what Kyle's talking about. You can reach out to me on Discord.
Which cord?
I don't have a mastodon or an elephant or anything.
And I don't know if you wanna just hang out with me and lick mushrooms, I'm cool with that. You can hit me up at linktree/LupineVendetta, all one word.
Woo!
All right. Until next time, roll for Paleozoic Park.
Wait, no, that doesn't sound good.
No, something's wrong with that. All right.
Figured out what I'm doing. I'm just
Crow.
going to turn this whole campaign into one big Forrest Gump, where it turns out these 3 14-year-olds in this nowhere town in California are actually the reason for everything popular that's going to happen for the next 30 years.
Yes.
It's called Foresight. All right. Well, thank you to everybody in the chat who is watching tonight. I see
Thank you.
Flip
Thank
Rex,
you.
and I think Beyond Peril was there for a while.
We got Crocy.
I think we lost him.
Thanks,
for a little
Crow.
bit. Crow, thank you for the tip. Appreciate that. And I know Chi was on there too at some point. So
Yes.
we will
thank
see you guys in 2 weeks. Justin
2 weeks.
Justin and I are filling in the gap next Wednesday. And so
Gross.
we'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Nobody wants to hear about you filling anybody's gap.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Well, you saw my Jeremy gets out of the shower dripping wet.
Oh, God.
That's not an image we need.
I had
That's
to
an
like
image you
stop
have.
reading for a few days after that.
You're scaring away the
The floor was
customers.
water damaged.
Poke out my mind's eye. All right.